comparison, we're looking at this very clean, very nice Volvo SUV. If you want a great deal on a car, an SUV, in this market, this is definitely a great deal right here. This is a 2011 XC90 all-wheel drive. These did come as front-wheel drive. This one is all-wheel drive, says so right there on the back. It's a 3.2 liter engine. Great motor, great reputation. Motor has a timing chain, so no need to worry about a timing belt. This is really clean, really nice, has nice options. 103,000 miles, only 2 owners. Came from Virginia. There's the sunroof. Came from Virginia and has a slew of Volvo dealer service records on the Carfax report. Great history, great service, well taken care of, from a southern climate, so salt-free, rust-free. It's clearly been well cared for. The headlights are nice and clear, which is hard to come by on these sometimes when they've sat outside, but these are nice and clear. Everything works on this. Tires and brakes are like new. I'm going to show you here in a moment, but before I get you too excited, the reason for the price being what it is on this is that it has a check engine light on for a catalyst deficiency code, basically for the catalytic converter, or converters, plural. There are 2 on this vehicle. We believe this to be the reason that the person probably got rid of it in Virginia, which is where it came from. Because of emission testing, you can't get license plate renewal and registration in cities and counties and states that have emission testing if your car won't pass. And it won't pass with a check engine light on for a code like that, even though it runs and drives fantastic. It runs and drives great. You would never know that anything was quote-unquote wrong. The light is literally on just because the catalytic converter isn't performing exactly to specification of what Volvo wants it to be. But at least here in Franklin County, Delaware County, most of central Ohio, and most of Ohio, you don't need to worry about an emission test. So that's the reason you'll be able to get an awesome deal on this nice Volvo SUV. Other than that, and an occasional message that comes on for an anti-skid off light, which is probably like an ABS sensor, those 2 things are the 2 things that are quote-unquote wrong with this, but don't affect its drivability in any way. It runs and drives fine, the brakes work fine, there's no problem with the car. Look at the tires. They're literally almost like new. Look how smooth and clean the brakes are. You can't quite see the brake pad material, but the brakes are that thick in the front. They probably have 10 millimeters of life in the front. Same thing in the back. Back brakes are very clean, very new. Same thing, the brake pads in the rear are probably 9 or 10 millimeters. You can see how much tread is on the tires. So awesome tires, awesome brakes. It has all of the original keys. I'll show you when we go inside here in a moment. Also has a 3rd row seat. So if you're just looking for something for you and your family and your children, if you have several children, great car to fit all of your kids in. Nice and clean. Turn signal mirrors. The cameras you see on the bottoms of the mirrors, those are for the blind spot system. It does have a factory blind spot indicator. Let's start back here because I want to fold down the 3rd row seat. So we have cleaned it a little bit. We haven't fully detailed it, but it is very clean and nice. There's a couple little stains in the carpet back here. So this is the 3rd row seat, which is in great shape. I will show you how this folds here in a moment, but of course it folds to create a completely flat load floor. The battery is back here in the back, along with the jack and the tools and things. So that's where that is. This opens like a truck bed, kind of neat. And we can start back here in the back for something different. So the leather in these Volvos is known to not hold up so well if people don't take care of it, but the leather in this particular Volvo is very nice. Look how nice. If you know these cars, you'll know what I'm talking about. And if you do have small children, one of the greatest Volvo inventions ever is that right there. That's an integrated booster seat. integrated booster seat. I think every car manufactured ever should have that. Very smart, keeps your kid elevated and safe with the seat belt at the right position on their hips. I have an 8-year-old son. I used to drive a Volvo. I don't currently, but I do have much faith in the brand. My dad, my father, just recently sold his second XC90, which was the same generation as this. He had a 2003 XC90, which is this generation, or this body style, and then he had a 2011, which is the same as this, XC90. Same as this, but his was an R design with a different appearance package. SIPS is Side Impact Protection System. Volvos are one of the safest cars in the world. Right there, side airbags, front, back, every which way. When you drive an XC90, if you haven't driven one, you'll see just how heavy and capable these SUVs are. They are one of the safest cars on the road. So right here, you lift this, push the seat bottom down in, just lift this down, the headrest tucks, and there you go. Same thing on the other side, and then you have a completely flat load floor. This middle seat will also slide up and tilt if needed, and then also these seats will, with that handle pulling the headrest, they will lay completely flat. So this one, that one, and then the other one, everything can lay flat. You can see an image of all of these laid down. It's hard for me to do with one hand while making this video, but they will all lay flat. There's an image of them laying flat on my photos in the photo gallery on the cars listing on our website. All of the factory mats are here. Look how nice the carpet and the factory mats are. So all of the mats, it has all of the owner's manuals in the glove box, and like I said, it has all of the original keys. Just a heavy, solid SUV. I would not hesitate to drive this just like it is for a long, long time. In the front, it has, let me turn the fan down. In the front, it has a pair of WeatherTech rubber mats, and then the carpet mats are underneath. Look at that, just like new. I don't think the people ever used the carpet. I think they always had the rubber on top of the carpet. The rubber ones are just in the front, both sides. I'll show you on the other side, but carpet all the way around. The driver's side seat is excellent. Again, you look at enough of these, you'll see what I mean. This little bit of checking in this material is nothing compared to most of these where people just don't take care of them and they don't look that nice. Power, memory on the driver's side, power windows, power locks. That's the blind spot indicator. This is a factory wood steering wheel. This was an option on these XC90s to have this full wood wheel. It's really quite nice. I have a ring, my Cartier ring on my right hand. When you have rings on and you touch the wood steering wheel, it's kind of nice just to tap your fingers on. But anyway, rain sense wipers right there, automatic rain sensing wipers. There's the keys I was telling you. 2 of the big fat master keys with the buttons on them, plus the valet key. So it has all 3 original keys. Steering wheel audio controls. It does have Bluetooth phone. There's the controls. Here's our exact mileage, 103,769. There's the pesky check engine light, which again is literally on just for that. No messages over here. The display on the left will show you different things. DSCT stands for dynamic stability traction control. This is all-wheel drive, but it also has traction control. That's turned on right now. It tells you your distance to empty, average fuel economy, instant, all those sort of things. The blind spot indicator, you can turn it on or off right here. So when someone is in the blind spot, it will illuminate orange, just like the orange light you see right there. So that's that. There's a rear AC control button, power folding mirrors. There goes the mirrors. Deploy them with the same button. Very nice. That was also another option on this particular car. The P sonar, it does have backup beepers, so I'm backing up right now, getting close to a Range Rover behind me, and then it starts to beep. So that's the parking sensors, automatic climate control. Love Volvo's climate control. So like I said, my dad drove 2 of these for many, many, many years between the 2 cars. I drove a 2001 Volvo XC90 wagon, station wagon, that had this same climate control panel. I love this panel because it's so easy to use, and because you just dial in your temperature real quickly. Or if you want to change the direction of the airflow, you just touch the parts of the person that you want. Again, I think this is how every car's, just the simplicity and the ergonomics of this is fantastic. And I think this is how every car's climate control should be, in my opinion. Heated seats right here, driver's side, passenger side, starts out on high and then to low. Original radio, Bluetooth phone right here, right there, pair your phone. Also have aux and USB on the menus. The aux input is actually here in between the cup holders. Very weird, but that's how Volvo does it. This is a pen holder. The USB is over here in the glove box. There's all of the owner's manuals in there. Exit. Go back to radio. There we go. So that's most of this. Let's take a look at the rest of the other sides of the car. I think it's a fantastic car, if you can't tell, and I do have a lot of faith in Volvos. My dad drove, his had many more miles than this. His first one he drove to 190,000 miles, and I sold it to a friend of mine who drove it another 4 or 5 years. His 2011 had 170,000 miles when he sold it and got something else just a couple years ago. My Volvo cross-country wagon, again, look how nice the leather seats are. My Volvo cross-country wagon had 242,000 miles when I sold it. I started driving it when it had like 160. So the miles are not a problem for these cars. Very, very nice all the way. The leather is remarkably nice in this car. If you go look around, you'll see exactly what I mean. There's the other WeatherTech mat. Again, factory carpet mat. Never gotten dirty. This car is in such nice condition, and it'll make such a great buy for someone. These are headlight washers. When the headlights are on and you run the windshield washer squirter, and these pop up and wash the headlights. It's a Swedish thing. Nice and clean it is under the hood. Look at the nuts and bolts not having rust or anything because of the climate of the car is done. Changing the headlight bulbs on one of these is actually the easiest thing in the world. These tabs pop out and the whole headlight comes out, and you can change the headlight bulb very easily. Again, the 3.2 liter engine, this is a timing chain. This is not a belt. The older XC90s, like my dad's first XC90, they had timing belts until I think 2006. But starting in 2007, they switched to this engine, and this is a chain motor, so you don't need to worry about changing the chain. I'll let you listen to the engine. Fog lights work. You can see the headlights are on right now because they're always on. You can see an image on the photo gallery on the website of the fog lights on as well. They do work just fine. I appreciate your time watching and listening to me talk, so come check it out with us here. Delaware Auto Sales. Again, my name is Nathan. Phone number 740-227-2300. It's a nice SUV that you can't go wrong for the money. Check out the photos on our website, autosalesohio.com. That's autosales, SALES, Ohio, ohio.com. Great SUV for the money. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day and come see us. You'll be happy. You'll be very happy with this Volvo SUV. Bye-bye.